I was a White Sox fan because my dad was a White Sox fan, and still is. And in the neighborhood I grew up in the South Side, right by Midway Airport, and then in Oak Lawn, Illinois. And that is predominantly a very White Sox fan area because of just being close to the stadium.
I became a Sox fan because my dad's a Sox fan. He took me to a couple Sox games, and I just fell in love with it.
DGYB. First team was the White Sox.
My immediate family, my brother and my mother, have always been Sox fans. I didn't watch baseball growing up really, so I was always around the Sox. But it was less them being Sox fans and more me disliking the people that were Cubs fans and like their attitude towards the Cubs.
I became a White Sox fan because my dad grew up a White Sox fan, so I guess I kind of followed in his footsteps to love the White Sox.
When it comes to the Cubs and Sox, I think there's one fundamental difference, that Sox fans actually watch baseball.
The differences are, the Sox fans, we're loyal no matter what. We show up to every game, even though they're bad. We grind through. The Cubs fans, they're just basic, bandwagon.
With Cubs fans, you see a little bit more like fair weather fans, and I feel like Sox fans are more loyal, like they stick with their team even when they're bad.
The difference is, Sox fans are more, I believe, hardcore, while the Cubs fans are kind of soft.
The White Sox fans are people who grew up here in Chicago. They're not people who grew up in Iowa, different parts of the country that have moved here for jobs. White Sox fans are people who've been here and grew up in the Chicagoland area and have just been White Sox fans since they've been kids.
There's probably three levels. You got the hardcore fans who watch every game, every minute, and then you got fans like me watching the big games, follow along, and then you got the soft fans who watch like maybe 1 or 2 games a year.
The type of White Sox fans you'll find are diehard White Sox fans. You have a little bit of casual fans, but that's only when the team is going well. That's when you see people jump on the bandwagon who are not really diehard White Sox or Cubs fans. These are just people who like to see a winner.
But I think the Sox are very unique, and I think there's a lot of stigma in sports today among becoming a fan of a team because you're considered bandwagon. But I feel like Sox fans really are accepting of everyone. If you want to like the Sox, you can like the Sox.
Well, it's great going to a White Sox game because you always know that you're going to get some great food and you're going to be able to watch your favorite team.
Going to the White Sox games, I remember as a kid it was a lot of fun. I used to go to the fundamentals deck with my dad, learn a lot about baseball, and then as I got older, it was just a good time to be with your family. My favorite memory was 2005 World Series when Scotty Pod hit a walk-off home run and win the game. Easily best baseball play I've ever seen.
A specific memory would be when Paul Konerko hit that grand slam in the World Series.
2 out with Konerko up, and he rips one into left. Konerko, grand slam!
The White Sox have affected me. They made baseball fun again.
It gives me a sense of belonging because I'm always with them, no matter whether good or bad. And it also affected me as a baseball fan. I just love watching baseball, love watching the Sox. It's a great time.
Being a White Sox fan has affected me in a way, especially 2005 when they won the World Series. It was something I never thought was going to happen, and it had a big impact on my life. It was something I could share with my dad and my brothers and also my family, my own kids. It was just a wonderful experience to have a World Series championship for the team that you root for, and it had a big impact and it had a big effect on my life at that time, and I'll always be a White Sox fan.